Hundreds of thousands of Haitians are waking up today to a new reality. Temporary protected status, or TPS, has officially expired after the Supreme Court cleared the way for the Trump administration to end that program. That means that roughly 350,000 Haitians who relied on those protections could now face deportation if they don't have another legal status. And nowhere is expected to feel that impact more than here in Florida, where more than half of all Haitian TPS holders live, with large populations also in New York, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Georgia, and Indiana. Now, TPS was first granted to Haitians after the devastating 2010 earthquake. It allowed people already in the U.S. to legally live and work here.
Now, these individuals in Ohio, these migrants from Haiti, these people living there from Haiti, do you consider them here legal or illegal? And would you revoke TPS status?
Which area are you talking about?
Let's say Springfield.
What's happening there is horrible. You have a beautiful community, 52,000 people, and about 30,000 people were put into that community rapidly, and the community is so nice and they want to be so politically correct. You have to remove the people. We cannot destroy our country. You had a beautiful, safe community. Everyone's in love with everybody. Everything was nice. It was like a picture community. And all of a sudden, in a short period of time, they have 32,000 more people in there. It doesn't work. It can't work. It has nothing to do with Haiti or anything else. It doesn't work.
So you would revoke the temporary protected status?
Absolutely. I'd revoke it, and I'd bring them back to their country.
What if they won't receive them
They're
not?
Well, they're going to receive them. They'll receive.
This is a wake-up call to fix your country.
Mind, I would say, in this era that we're living in, if Haitians are not understanding this, you could get sent home at any given time. Us saying that there is nothing left in the country does not help the country. And the day they want to send us back, wherever you are, it's like there's no choice. Like there is no choice. They will pick you up and throw you back to Haiti. And the Haiti that you said had nothing, because you never built anything there, because you never cared for it, you go back to nothing.
So now that Donald Trump is deporting Haitians now, my thing is, how could they tell who's a Haitian and who's a regular black person? Because to me, Haitians just look like regular black people. It's literally nothing separating us. And then why are they even deporting Haitians? Like, Haitians literally don't do nothing wrong. They not taking nobody's job. Like, they mind their own motherfucking business. Like, I don't understand it at all. I think they just trying to bring back stop and frisk. And I honestly think we just need to band together and do something about it. Like, stop sitting up here on this internet talking shit and really, like, go do something.
Constantly controlling the social narrative. Always had that you not like us, you can't sit with us, mean girl type of attitude. We've seen it in school. We see it as adults. Let's just call it out for what it is. This is how the FBA people do what they do. This is why they do what they do. It has nothing to do with an identity. It has nothing to do with a heritage. But it has everything to do with unhealed trauma. Literally. It has everything to do with internal hatred. It has everything to do with racial insecurity. Just a bunch of uneducated bullies feel so bad about themselves as black people that they have to go out of their way to dogpile and make other black people feel how white people have always made them feel in hopes that they'll get accepted into white spaces. That's why they're cheering it on for the Hispanics getting deported. That's why they're cheering it on for the Asians. They cheering it on for the Haitians. They feel that once they get out of the way, that finally black people in America will be able to take their place and do the things that they've been seeing them do this whole entire time. Now understand it's never going to happen for them because this country fucking hates them. These people are the annoying itch of the ball sack that is called America. Just a bunch of white supremacists painted black.
Why black people celebrating Haitian being deported? And remember, they always blame black people for not standing with them during this difficult time. Let's watch this.
Oh, Haitians think they run Florida. Bitch, we do run Florida, bitch. We a big part of this shit, boy. Whether you like it or not, nigga, we done left an imprint on Florida, nigga. Why you think we in all the video games? Why you think they put us in the movies? Whenever motherfucker come to Miami, Florida, Broward County, Florida, period, nigga, they know. Even Hollywood know. Oh, yeah, you got to put them Haitians in the movie, bro.
When I first seen this video right here, this video here had bothered me. Because his accent sound like he from South Florida somewhere. But Miami Haitians don't talk like this. You know, they're a little smarter than that. They definitely don't get on social sites. Not none of them that's known that people know anyway. They are not gonna get on those social sites and say crazy shit like they run Florida and they run Miami, because they don't run no Florida and they don't run no goddamn Miami. So it was this here kind of weird. So I said I'm gonna just sit back, because I said if he known he finna come back with another video and straighten and correct what he said. But I never seen another video. Then I'm on YouTube and I see this. Kind of find out this clown is a TPS holder, only been in the United States for 5 or 6 years. Only been in the United States for 5 or 6 years. And now talking about some fucking Haitians run Florida, run Miami. These niggas are a joke, man. This dude is a TPS holder. He go from gangster to now he's sad as fuck. And according to the video, he's in Amarillo, Texas. I know he had to be somewhere, not nowhere closer to Miami talking like this. The jokes just write themselves.
Benson Gustave immigrated from Haiti in 2019 and has stayed under temporary protection status, which allowed him to work and live in the U.S. legally. The court's ruling impacts hundreds of thousands of people from Haiti and Syria. Benson now worries he'll lose everything he built here, even being separated from his family.
I've come to accept it. If it does happen, it's out of my control. It's in God's hands. I've been prepping my daughters. I've been letting them know, hey, look, daddy may be going on a slight vacation. It may take some time.
Benson says due to the Supreme Court's ruling, he has considered self-deportation.
I definitely want to set an example by following the rules and following the law. I don't want to, stain my name.
Immigration.
This one is saying, Asians, you don't run Miami, Florida. We run our shit. You don't run this town. We are the kings and queens of this town. If at all you run the Florida, why are you self-deported? Because some they are saying, you know what, let us deport ourselves before ICE come to deport them.
Okay, so there's going to be a flight landing in Haiti at 3 p.m. with 150, well, it's 3:05, 150 Haitians, and one of them is my man. Thank you, God. I'm very happy that he's going to be free from detainment. But a whole new set of sadness comes when I think about how we're going to be together again.
I have a genuine question, right? I see a lot of Black Americans that are like, yay, excited about the TPS ending, send the Haitians back. My question is why? Why are you guys so adamant about sending them back? What have they done to you guys that you feel like send them back? I did hear some of the takes on TikTok that, a lot of them in Florida voted for Trump. But I need to say, right? The majority of Haitians have family back home, and they would love for their family back home to come to the United States. And what kind of group do you think that falls under? Democrats. So majority of Haitians will not vote for Trump, right? Will not vote Republican because they are looking for, betterness for their family to come here. So if we do have a few Haitians that were born here in America, that's Americanized, okay, that believes in the Republican dream, of course they're going to vote that way. That's because they have no family back home. They can care less for back home. But I will honestly tell you, the majority of them will vote for whatever fits their family, whatever works for them is what they will vote for. So we can't crucify a whole country because of 5-10% of them that voted for Trump. Now let's talk about Black men when it came to that voting. Let's talk about Black men when it comes to Kamala Harris. Where were they at? We willing to throw things at other people, but we can't even sweep our own backyard. Is that what we're doing? So Haitians Go home, Haitians, because you voted for Trump and we try to tell you you voted for Trump. But black men, it's okay. You made a mistake. Next time, just don't vote for Republican. Like, we have to understand sometimes we cannot crucify other people that's looking for a better life. These people, they actually have nothing. They have nothing, right? They have nothing. And why don't they have nothing? America, France, everybody else that, that does what they need to do when it comes to these little countries. Oh, send them back home, send them back home. But these white folks, whenever they're done working, where they go to retire in Haiti, they go buy these nice, pretty neighborhoods and say, oh, I want to retire next to the beach. I want to retire here. I want to retire there. They have lands. They have everything. You know, the only people that doesn't have a problem flying to Haiti right now? White folks. Haiti's on a level 4. But every single day, you see them in Labadie all day long. So can we not do that? Can we change how we are as as people? Because let me tell you something. When you walk into a room, they're black, you're black. Before they can find out your nationality or what country, little island you came from, you're going to be 6 feet under. And after they be like, oh, this Haitian guy was blah, 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 blah. Oh, this black American guy did blah, 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 blah. So we need to understand sometimes, why do we hate other people? For no apparent reason. Zero.
You had temporary protective status. It was temporary. You had temporary protective status. Temporary, as in not permanent, meaning for a period of time. What are we, guys, I don't get what we're all up in arms about. You guys were never citizens. You had time to get your citizenship. You had time to get your paperwork. You had time to get everything in order. And you didn't believe what the government told you. And that's on you. See, you thought that there was going to be some other law, something else that was passed to help you stay here, continue to benefit off our system. No, this administration stands on business. So with that being said, stop ostracizing Black Americans, because key word in Black Americans, we are actual citizens. This is our country. This is our land. And now you expect for us to stand up for you guys when the government was very clear that you had temporary status. 15 plus years. Oh, but I had kids and now what am I going to do? You had 15 years. And in that time, you can't tell me that your life is not better than it was? No, but remember also, you guys are so quick to make sure you differentiate yourself between I'm Haitian and I'm not Black American. No, I'm Haitian. I'm not Black. I'm Haitian. Well, good. Go back home and live in Haiti. And again, I just want to be clear. I have nothing against Haitian people. Nothing like that. But my problem is when you come to Black Americans and say that we need to fight hard for you, you guys are just leaving us out here and these white people are doing this to us and all that. No. Don't put us in that. We have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with you not reading your documentation and doing what you need to do to be a member of this society. That's on you. So maybe next time, read your paperwork? What a concept. It was temporary.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who's going to be cleaning your toilet? Kelly Osbourne said this in 2015, and today people are asking a very similar version of that question, just in a more respectable fashion. Hundreds of thousands of Haitians are being stripped of their legal protections through TPS, and all people have to say is, who's going to do the jobs that Americans don't want to do, or warning that there's going to be a caregiving crisis because so many Haitians work in healthcare. And yes, losing thousands of these healthcare workers will create a crisis, but immigrants should not have to take care of your grandma or staff your hospitals for you to recognize their humanity, their dignity, and their right to build a life. And this is especially disturbing in the case of Haiti because the US is not some innocent bystander in what we casually call Haitian instability. The US has a long history of occupation, supporting violent dictatorships in Haiti for the benefit of American interests, economic extraction, and just widespread abandonment. Meaning that any TPS is not America refusing to deal with a crisis that it had nothing to do with. It's actually America repeatedly punishing people from a country that they helped destabilize.
This is really humiliating.
There are certain ways you treat somebody
that person becomes like an animal.
MS Now has exclusive reporting that at least 2 Haitians living here in Springfield, Ohio, who've seen their temporary protected status expire, have been fitted with ankle monitors by ICE.
There is a sense of fear about today and fear about tomorrow.
And many more have been receiving this letter to their homes. The letter gives them short notice to report to an ICE facility here in Ohio. And in that ICE facility, they have a meeting with an immigration officer. The Haitians tell MS Now they're presented with 2 difficult options: either get detained on the spot or be fitted for an ankle monitor until they can show up for a court appearance. And all of this is having severe psychological ramifications on the Haitian community here in Springfield, Ohio, of about 12,000 people.
I'm worried, like, a lot about self-harm and strokes, because some of them tell me they got that letter and they haven't slept.
They're not only crying like because of this letter, but they know like when they get deported, what they gonna be like facing when they go back to Haiti. I would call it a butchery the way I see things down there. Like I think it's really bad.
Now, all of this is part of President Trump's mass deportation campaign promise. We reached out to DHS about these ankle monitors. They didn't acknowledge them directly and instead opted to quote the song Closing Time by the band Semisonic, writing to the Haitian community that it's closing time, which means you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
CBS News is reporting that ICE is preparing to ramp up arrests and deportations of Haitian migrants as their temporary protected status is set to expire. According to CBS News, internal documents.
What have we done to deserve that treatment from this government here in America? The forces of evil are at work.
Yes, I believe. The priest talks of a crisis, and he's right. 330,000 Haitians in the United States had temporary protected status, beginning with the 2010 earthquake. Suddenly, they're losing their legal right to live and work here.
Father, immigration agents can now carry out enforcement inside places of worship. Are you concerned that your church may become a hunting ground for immigration agents?
Yes, that is possible, you know. I never think of that, because we are sacred ground, and I don't think it will be fair and it will be respectful, show respect for the people, for immigration to come and hunt people right here on that ground. I refuse to be thinking about that. The name calling was a prelude of what is happening now. You know, the stigma they were putting now was probably the elements they were using to serve as justification of what is being done by the system today. And I know the president knows better. He has many Haitians working in his hotels, in his places. He knows the work ethics of so many Haitians. He knows that's not true.
This part of Miami is known as Little Haiti, formed by immigrants decades ago. It's reeling from the ruling. Many shops are shuttered.
Farah, how has life changed?
Farah has just finished her final shift as a hotel worker. She's an entrepreneur and decorated community activist.
I have done extra shopping to make sure that, you know.
So that you don't have to leave the house because you might get picked up by ICE if you're outside.
Now she lives in fear.
It feels like living in a nightmare.
What will happen to you if you're sent back to Haiti?
A death sentence. For me.
This is what Asian American telling this Black American. This is what Asian woman telling this Black American. You don't have a country. This is not your country, you know. Call them people without a country as deportation continue. So, an Asian woman telling a Black American, telling black Americans that you don't have a country.
You know, it's so funny today. I was on TikTok. I saw this black lady talking about Haitian go back home. Okay. And they were saying you didn't build nothing here. Go back and build your own country. I need her to rephrase what she said about your own country part. Yes, lady. Yeah, we have our own country. We have a country. Here we go. To go back to. Here we go. Where are you going back to? Because Trump pretend like he likes you guys. Some white people think you pretend like they like you guys. Some, but guess what? One day the table will turn and they ask you to go back home. They're gonna ask us to go back home. They're gonna ask you to go back home one day. Okay, lady.
Black Americans are not the ones who removed TPS. Black Americans are not deporting Haitians or any other communities who are.
Not these guys, they have been blaming black Americans for not standing with them during this difficult time, because they are seriously deporting them in Miami, Florida, and everywhere. So, tell me, do you think it's right for this girl or for this woman to come up with that statement that black Americans they don't have country?
Now at 11, we are on the ground in Haiti tonight, just hours after the Trump administration announced it's ending TPS for Haitians. Those living in the U.S. and right here in South Florida now face deportation. Good evening. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Elliot Rodriguez has the night off. We are the only South Florida news station with a reporter in Haiti right now. CBS News Miami's Tanya Francois joins us from Cap Haitian with the exclusive reaction.
Here in Cap Haitian, the news of TPS ending and the hundreds of thousands of people returning back here spread very quickly. It seems to be the only thing people have been talking about. Now, you are looking at the market area of downtown Cap Haitian from...
Look at that nonsense, bro. That looks insane. It looks... Look. I'm not one for trying to diss other people's cultures. That's not what we're doing here. What I am saying is we don't want that in America. There's a guy, and I'm going to do a couple review videos of it tomorrow. There's a guy that's over in like Paris, London, and different places, Rome, and all of that type of stuff. And they're showing the influx of illegal migrants that are taking over some of the most touristy spots. And they're smoking crack on the street. And they're getting angry over in Italy. And they're getting mad.
This lady got deported back to Haiti after living in the United States for 42 years. And this is what her living conditions look like.
Girl, this is the kitchen right here where people cook. You probably can't see it good. It's the kitchen, girl. And girl, let me show you the bathroom. This is where you take a shower at. And let me show you where you use the bathroom at. You see that hole? Okay. Now, this where this young lady and her son, she pregnant. She let me stay until I can get out of here and get on my feet.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I kind of feel bad for her, but I know what y'all thinking. Like, okay, well, she didn't do what she needed to do to get her citizenship, blah, blah, blah. But if she's been living here since she was 5 years old, she probably had no idea that she was supposed to do anything as far as becoming an actual citizen. I mean, that's a hell of a wake-up call. But I feel like this should also be a wake-up call to anybody who's actually from Haiti or anywhere in the Caribbean or anywhere around the world that looks similar to that, or where there's a good portion of their society that has to live that way. I feel like this should be a wake-up call for them, because this should show you that your people and your country of origin really needs help. It really needs some type of stability. Like she said, it's completely lawless out there. Like she said, she got raped her first week back. She said that there's like no government. People just run rampant. It's like hard to find food. Like there's no jobs. Like this should be a wake up call for people who are actually from Haiti, like, or any country that looks like that, because y'all flee, y'all come, y'all go here, there, and everywhere, but then you leave behind your country of origin.
And I understand, like, and it's like, it's funny to me because it's not funny, but it's like, it's interesting to me because one of the jabs that they throw at Black America is, well, at least I have a home to go back to. But most of the people who say that, home looks just like what she showed us. So, I mean, that's not even a home that you even want to go back to. And I'm not saying that to be a bitch, but what I am saying is that it's going to take a lot of like strategic planning in order to get that country back on its feet, or to get it to be basically habitable at all. They need to flatten out everything there needs to just be flattened out, and they need to start from scratch. I don't even know if they're even going to be able to rebuild Haiti without some sort of foreign intervention or some sort of foreign alliance. Like that, y'all, at this point, Haitians are gonna have to form an alliance with another nation in order to fix that. They don't have the manpower to fix that. Otherwise, it's basically gonna turn into a no man's land. Because everybody's trying to...
You're going to kick out 350,000 people because of one stereotype. What about all the white people who commit crimes in this country? You're going to kick them out of this country? You're going to kick them out of this country too?
Matters. But you haven't answered the question.
Your comment is just as racist as Donald Trump's comment. I get you focus on one Haitian person and use that as a justification for a racist foreign policy is disgusting. It's abhorrent.
It's disgusting that an 11-year-old was killed by a Haitian migrant who rammed his car into a bus. That is disgusting.
Shithole? A shithole country?
He was referencing the government,
exactly
which treats their people poorly.
It's made of racism.
I'm sure, does anybody at this table, have you heard the name Aiden Clark? An 11-year-old boy? No? You guys don't know his name?
Here we go.
11-year-old boy
killed
by a Haitian immigrant under not the Haitians, not the American people.
I love how they cherry pick isolated cases and forget the fact that people who are immigrants actually commit fewer crimes than people who are residents in this country. But getting back to the point of this discussion about Haiti, first of all, I'm so glad that you're concerned about Haiti right now.
I am. It's a sovereign nation.
And the alleged brain drain. But the U.S. State Department says, would you let me speak? Because I let you speak. The U.S. State Department says that it's actually not safe for Americans to travel to Haiti right now. So you want to dump these people into our country where even our own State Department under the Trump administration says it's not safe.
The State Department has a level 4 warning for Haiti, Syria, and Somalia. It says do not travel for U.S. citizens. And if you do travel, prepare a will.
The larger problem is that this is a country that is now governed by a racist foreign policy and a racist immigration policy. We're allowing white South Africans to come to this country. Those are the only people who can come to this country right now, white South Africans. But 350,000 Haitian Americans who are black can't stay here, even though they have been here, many of them for many years. They can't stay here. They're tax-paying people. They are law-abiding people. They are people who actually do jobs and create jobs.
Donald Trump has put more than 300,000 Haitians in the U.S. on notice. They're losing their right to stay in the country. Here's what's going on. On Friday, Haitians are set to lose their work permits. On Monday, deportations could start. That's when a U.S. Supreme Court ruling takes effect, allowing Trump to terminate a program that has let Haitians live and work in the U.S. since 2010. I'm in Springfield, Ohio. This small city became infamous overnight when Donald Trump made this false claim about the Haitian community here.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats.
That unwanted notoriety has Haitians here feeling particularly vulnerable to possible immigration raids.
Panicking and anxious and a bit hopeless too.
This is Vilez Dorsonville. He runs the Haitian Support Center in Springfield. He says some Haitians have told him they're considering trying to escape to Canada.
It's a time to act with wisdom and try to be calm, because taking quick decisions sometimes puts you in more danger.
There's another danger confronting Haitians, the risks from being sent back to their home country. The U.S. State Department says Haiti is not safe for Americans to even visit. Criminal gangs control most of the capital and target ordinary Haitians for kidnapping and murder.
I've been escaped twice from kidnapping.
What I've heard from Haitians here in Springfield is that they're fearful of what comes next.
No one is safe here in the state of America as an immigrant, because you don't know the next step they are going to take.
We will be more vulnerable to be picked up and detained and be deported.
It's unclear how Trump's claim of targeting the worst criminals for deportation fits with canceling temporary protected status for all Haitians.
If you do commit a crime, you lose your TPS, right? That was the deal Congress struck. I mean, from a government perspective, they work, they all have jobs, they keep their noses clean crime-wise. I mean, there's a reason that the business community in Springfield and elsewhere wants them there.
right? So they were using that name even before the French explorers even showed up. They already had their way of living. They were already trading. The correct term for Jean Baptiste would be he was the first non-indigenous settler that brought European systems with him, that brought the European way of life with him. He was the first one fencing off his livestock, fencing off his property, setting up trade posts the European way. Mind you, the Potawatomi people already had a way of trading. They already had a lifestyle. So John Baptiste is no different than a Christopher Columbus. You know what I'm saying? You can't find something that was already there. They already had their systems. They already had the name. So yeah, first non-indigenous settler that brought European systems with him. Correct term. Let's not erase the indigenous people of this land, especially the Potawatomi people. And Chicago was already named Chicago before he even arrived. Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of these black foreigners, they mad with black Americans because they really thought they was going to come over here and destiny swap with black Americans. But no, them white tea people, they tricked y'all asses. You know what? They tricked y'all asses. And look at what y'all done got yourselves in. Y'all done got yourselves into some deep ass trouble because you came over here and disrespecting the indigenous people of this fucking country. Now look where y'all at.
I feel like with this whole TPS thing, there's some confusion that is going back and forth between Haitians and Black Americans. I saw this one lady who made a video saying that Black Americans think that all Haitians are being deported and that all Haitians were on TPS. And, you know, she saw some Black comments some comments from Black Americans saying good riddance, goodbye, see you later, you know, stuff like that. All Black Americans are not Black Americans, generally speaking. Okay. I can pretty much guarantee you are not under the impression that all Haitians in America are being deported. That would be a very, very far-fetched thought. Okay. I'm pretty sure most people are not. Now, there might be some stupid folks that think that they are all getting deported, but that most people, I'm sure, are not under the impression. And also, most people are not happy because because certain people are being deported. They're not happy about it. Most people, honestly, not to sound apathetic, but most people really just don't care. Most people would not have cared either way. So if they kept TPS, nobody would have said anything. Nobody would have been thinking about it. And if they ended TPS, then a lot of people are like, okay, well, whatever. It doesn't really affect them. So they're not. But I mean, to say that Black Americans are just collectively celebrating and happy that all Haitians are being deported is very, first of all, you're spreading division, further division that is just not true. That's like a form of propaganda that's not true. All like Black people are just not out here celebrating Haitians being deported. Like, it's just like, the beef ain't never really been that serious. Whatever beef we ever did have going back and forth, it was never that serious. Like, obviously, like I've even made videos about, Haitians and other immigrants that make ignorant comments about Black Americans, talking about how, we're lazy and they work harder than us and how we're all on welfare and, bullshit like that. Because as Black Americans, we do see that type of rhetoric all the time. I mean, with Haitians and with other Black diaspora folks, I mean, they all do it. They all say it. They all are disrespectful towards us. But I wouldn't say that the beef has ever been to the point where we all just out here in the streets celebrating somebody else's demise. And even though I'm pretty sure if something were to happen to us, that people probably would be celebrating. But anyways, that's another day for another story, or another story for another day.
Hate runs deep when it comes to these Caribbean islands. They always felt this way about Black Americans. You know what? It's really sad. It's really sad because what did we do to these people? Like the comments that they're leaving right now saying, oh, we always thought Black Americans was lazy. Once again, I've been to Jamaica multiple times. They take like 15 hours just to bring you your food. Everybody is moving on snail time out there. What is the definition of lazy? And they keep saying, oh, my family came here and they got a house and they got a car. That's normal.
That's normal to y'all. Having a house and a car is like the pillar of success, because where you come from, those things are not easily obtainable, or it is that much harder. And I'm not saying it's just easier walk in the park to get a house and a car. No, you definitely have to do what you got to do to get those things. But so many of us are doing that we don't look at that as a precursor to being better than anybody else. It's very odd to me. Being an adulting, getting yourself the bare minimum, getting the basic necessities of life means that you're so successful. Like, what the fuck is going on? Being a nurse means that you're just so much better than everybody else. Because you went to college, that means you're better than Black Americans. That's literally created HBCUs.
Do you know what the plan is to deal with the Haitians who are having their temporary protected status revoked in Springfield, Ohio?
So as of Friday, there's been a short-term extension because of
the 24th of July.
So 2 weeks. The Mark Mullen secretary has said that those individuals who are working, that they should look to as a manner in which they might be able to be included in other processes, because they're contributing to society. Certainly, our governor, Mike DeWine, and myself and others who have individuals in our community who are going to be affected are certainly advocates for these individuals to be able to stay in our communities, who are working and contributing. They're valuable people in our community,
and
you
voted for Congress to extend
we certainly hope that they can stay and be able to contribute into our community.
And Haitian, they work hard. They're always on time at their work. They don't take no days off, no days out. They're always there.
Hey, y'all. So I just got off of work, and I work at FedEx, y'all, in the warehouse, okay? And when I tell y'all, shit is real. Like, I seen, literally 100 Haitians at work yesterday. Today, it was ghost town. These people are really losing their job. Like, if they don't have that card, if they don't have that paperwork, they are being told not to come back to work. And I just have to say that, I watched them Haitians literally build happiness around, just being out of Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know about Haiti, if you don't know what's going on in Haiti, baby, it is bad. These people are scared. These people are...
Lost your TPS status. What are you doing?
It's like a catch-22 for me, because me as well, I'm a TPS holder. So I'm just laying low and sit and observe what will happen to our community next.
Go back to Haiti now is dangerous. They have people in power in Haiti. They can't control the country. They can't control it, and the rebel is it's a setup.
CNN spoke to residents of Brooklyn's Little Haiti, where a Supreme Court ruling which allows the Trump administration to end temporary protected status for Syrian and Haitian immigrants is hitting home. The White House is calling the Supreme Court's latest immigration ruling a, quote, tremendous win.
I don't think it's a good time for the Haitian to go back home.
As many as 350,000 Haitian immigrants could lose their work authorizations and ability to remain in the U.S. unless they become eligible for some other form of protection.
I don't do anything wrong over here. Just working. They're good people. They have the temporary to come to work, and now they're trying to end that and kick them back to the country.
The ruling has some Haitian immigrants and local residents worried about what's next for them and their families.
I trying to help my kids and my family.
Meanwhile, New Yorkers...
Yesterday, 350,000 Haitian immigrants lost their protected status. It's the largest expiration of TPS status holders since the Trump administration began its immigration crackdown. And the country they're being sent back to currently has a level 4 do not travel advisory from the State Department. The advisory cites gang violence, kidnapping, terrorism, and a collapsed healthcare system. Haiti's own migration officials are expecting 1,000 deportees a month from the U.S. And sending these migrants back to Haiti will impact countless of Americans' lives too. 1 in 3 Haitian TPS holders nationally nationally works in the U.S. healthcare system. Florida alone, where half of all TPS holders live, 113,000 of them work in hospitals, nursing homes, and home healthcare. Florida's largest nursing home association wrote to DHS, warning that 35,000 healthcare workers in the state could be gone. A Boston hospital that heavily relied on Haitian certified nursing assistants is preparing for what comes next. The U.S. is facing a rapidly aging population and is already in a healthcare worker shortage. Deporting over 100,000 of them to a country our own government says is too dangerous to visit is a self-inflicted crisis with no good explanation.
Haiti is hell today. So you'd be sending people back, literally back to hell. Very few of these Haitians will voluntarily go back to Haiti. If they have to leave, they'll go someplace else. They want to work, they want to support their family. They don't want to go back to Haiti. The U.S. government has said don't travel. U.S. citizens don't travel to Haiti. U.S. government has said don't fly in to Port-au-Prince. You imagine this. This is the capital of Haiti. You cannot fly in there. And the reason you can't fly in there is because the gangs shoot at the planes. So no one can even fly in there. The situation is really horrible. This is a dysfunctional government. This is dysfunctional police. This is a country that's in virtual chaos. And you see horrible tragedies that occur there every single day. Innocent people, innocent children being shot. They get caught in the crossfire, one gang trying to fight it out with another gang. There's no semblance of government there at all.
Are you scared, sir, that Haitians here in your state who are deported to Haiti could be killed or otherwise victimized?
Well, all the Haitians who I have talked to, and when I've heard other things that they have said, no one's going to go back to Haiti if they have any choice. They're going to go somewhere else. Once the TPS is removed, they can't work. And so these are people that want to work. These are people that have to work to support their families. So they will get out of Ohio, and they will go somewhere else. Now, whether that's Canada or some other country, but they'll go virtually any place other than Haiti.
Okay, before I hop my musty ass, butt full of shit ass in the shower, I'm gonna say this one last thing. Some of y'all saying like, oh well, we could tell that you're Haitian. Black Americans have a different swag. There's a swag gap. There's a lingo gap, whatever. Y'all think they gonna look at y'all and say, oh, this bitch got on Mexican Jordans. Let's deport her ass. Or, oh, that bitch got on real Jordans. They just came out. Oh, let's leave her here. The fuck? Who cares where the fuck or what kind of swag you got? They don't care. You're black at the end of the day. I'm saying, I think that y'all are like misconstruing what I'm saying, or maybe y'all doing it on purpose. But I am saying because they are targeting Haitian people that have expired work permits, that they might use that as an excuse to target us. Because history has shown itself to target Black Americans all the time. If anything, if you're not rich and white or middle class and white, you're going to get targeted, most likely, whether you're black or not. But I'm just saying, because the Haitians are getting targeted, they're probably going to target us too, just because they don't have an excuse. Now, look what they did since the beginning of time. History has shown itself. Your skin is black, bitch, you're done. Regardless of where your granny came from, or that you're 100% this, or half that. If you got black skin, bro, your ass gone. That's just what it is. I'm not putting fear in nobody's hearts because it's there. The proof is in the pudding. The history is there. 2026, if you go on Instagram and scroll enough, you'll see black people are targeted. Just saying. Also, you can be the squarest bitch out of your state or your city. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Clocking to work every day on time. 5 minutes early. SpongeBob ass, SquarePants ass girl. They don't care. Look what they did to Michael Jackson. King of Pop. My GOAT, my brother from another mother. Hardest to come out of Gary, Indiana. Look what they did to him. I mean, I'm not saying the president did it or like politicians did it or something, or even ICE or whatever, but I'm just saying like you could be black in America with money galore and everybody could love you. You think they give a fuck? Look at fucking Malcolm X. Look at Martin Luther King. Y'all gotta wake the fuck up. And no, I hope it don't happen to y'all, but it very much could. That's why I'm spreading awareness, and that's why I'm saying be safe. Take the necessary precautions. Just be vigilant. That's all I'm saying. Nobody give a fuck about the swag gap. Nobody give a fuck that you don't have an accent or your granny and you 7 generations, you got your papers. History has shown itself just like 2026. I'm sure that shit happening as I speak. Black people are being done wrong all over the world. All over the United States. I can't speak for the world, but I know all over the world too. But anyways, another thing. Somebody saying, oh, now that it's because it's your people being deported, you want to say something, and you're just mad because they want to take y'all and not black Americans. Bitch, you're black. You coon. At the end of the day, you're black, and I'm a black American too. I don't know why y'all think I'm Haitian or whatever. Maybe I am. Who knows? I don't know where my great 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 all them people come from. I don't know. Shit, maybe. The U.S. was it the U.S. before? You know, the U.S. had to be made and built. So who knows where the fuck I'm from? Originally from the OG person that first had sex and had my great 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 great. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I'm saying I'm Black American, and that shit could happen to me. I'm not wishing that shit on y'all. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, from the beginning of time, bro, if you're black, they don't give a fuck. Papers or not, laws don't matter. What's fair in America, it's just not. It's non-existent. What should be fair? Like, oh, I got my papers. You shouldn't do that. And another thing, a lot of y'all saying like, oh well, U.S. citizens never got deported. They got detained and then let go. Please do your motherfucking research. Y'all pay Google. Y'all gotta pay a subscription for Google. That must be what it is, because Google is fucking free. They did capture some U.S. I say capture. That sound wrong, but they did kidnap some U.S. citizens, detain them, and then let them go. Of course, but they have also deported them as well. Their due process don't matter. That Second Amendment shit and your amendments and your rights, that don't matter to them. They just want to see you gone, regardless if they know you a U.S. citizen for real or not. Your due process don't fucking matter. And yes, U.S. citizens have been deported before, since way back when. Come on now, I'm done now. Finna go hop my ass in the shower.
So somebody asked me why I don't think it's safe for Haitians to go back to Haiti. Because for those who don't know, this administration has decided to remove temporary protected status from like 500,000 Haitians and send them back to Haiti. And the question again was, why don't I think it's safe for them to go back to Haiti? Now, first of all, let's say I was a real G, an actual G, and hopefully y'all know what a G is, okay? If I was a real G, this is just freaking the perfect opportunity. That's point number one, okay? Number two, everyone now knows there are 500,000 Haitian people who make a living in the United States of America will end up going back to Haiti through an airplane, okay? That's point number two. Point number three, I don't know what the flip or where y'all been, but they was posting up at airports, dog. They were posting up at airports, okay? Haiti isn't that big, number one, okay? So I don't think they have a whole bunch of airports, okay? So it's easy to post up. It's easy to post up for any G, real G, plural, real G's, to post up and wait. And for anybody, look, you have, I don't know how many airports, I should have looked it up. They might have to land somewhere else, but I mean, they might have to find some other places to go or divert or whatever. But if I was a real G, I'm like, post up, go over there and post up, go over there and post up and wait. Now we can either do what we did before or we can follow them. It's just simple as that. Okay. I don't know whether y'all know it or not, but, and I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but they were pew-pewing the flights, dog. They were pew-pewing the flights last year. Okay. Anytime, look, you're not about to send me back to nowhere there where when I land, the freaking flights get pew-pewed. Okay. Cause I'm about to go right back to my seat. Because what? Because what? There is no control. Okay? There is no control. When you can post up at freaking airports and pew pew at the... Take me back to wherever I'm from. Okay? Because everywhere has G's, okay? Everywhere has G's. I don't care where you go. Everywhere got G's, okay? Real G's. But when they can post up at the freaking airport
and pew pew and ain't nothing happening. No. It's just simply not safe. I don't care. I know that the majority of the violence is going on in one area, okay? But that spreads. And there are wonderful, safer spots around Haiti, yes. But when you got real G's posting up and they know what's getting ready to happen, and they know these people are coming from America, and these G's want money, that's why. That's why. I mean, I'm not sure how many of you have moved elsewhere before, but I've moved many times over my lifetime, right? And you know who knew spin the block. You know exactly who is new in the area. Your ears are open. You know, by the time they move in, you know where they done came from. You know what the flip going on. You know what they drive. You know everything. You know who their family members are. Somebody that came to meet them. You know everything. Okay? And word is like word.
So listen to this. The Trump administration is telling two completely different truths to two groups of people. On one hand, they are ending temporary protective status for 350,000 of our neighbors, of Haitians living here in America who escaped from a terrible situation. Our country said you can be here through TPS, and the Trump administration is just ripping that apart and expelling them out of the country because they want to ethnically cleanse the United States of black and brown people. That's one thing. Then on the other hand, they're telling Americans it is too dangerous to travel to Haiti. Don't go to Haiti, it's too dangerous. And by the way, and here's the new thing, if you go to Haiti, leave parts of your DNA with your doctor in case they need to identify the remains of your body when you're in Haiti. So on one hand, 350,000 of our neighbors, go back to the country. It's fine. There's nothing bad going on there. On the other hand, don't go to Haiti. And by the way, leave your damn teeth or your hair with your doctor in case you die and we need to identify you through your remains and your DNA. It just shows the blatant racism and anti-blackness in this administration. I will continue to stand with our Haitian brothers, sisters, and siblings in Central Florida and across this entire country. We already passed through the House of Representatives, thanks to the great leadership of Representative Ayanna Pressley, a bill. We forced it to the floor. We got enough Republicans to vote for it. It passed the House to extend TPS for Haiti, but we need your help because the Senate needs to put it on the floor immediately. Help us put pressure on the Senate. Let's extend TPS for all Haitians, and let's ensure that we not let these anti-black racist policies of the Trump administration end up in the loss of human lives.
Anyway, thank you for watching The Mighty Great Minds Blacks. See you in the next video. One love.
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.